So jump back to you, mate.
Okay, so we're live. I'm just going to go ahead and fire away. So, okay, guys, you should be here. This is the BOSSX presentation. So, as always, it's myself, Jagsy. We're going to talk about a few things tonight. We're going to talk about the BOSSX funnel and why that's useful to you, attention to that, how that's going to dramatically boost your business. Talk about Beon Push within that business, which are going to be really helpful to you, and understand what that's going to mean for you going forward, how that's going to become a massive part of your business. We're going to talk about things like the actual new hub. Really exciting times, guys, because the hub, that's going to be where it all happens. One central point to access all your sites and everything you're going to need to do online. So when we said earlier, this is everything you need to know about everything you need to know, any exaggeration by any shadow of the word. Okay, and then obviously there's a few other things we've got some new banners for you guys, and I know we constantly strive to make sure you guys are up to date with. Okay, so everything we have, you have, and we're just trying to do here. So me waffling on, I'm going to hand you over to Casey himself. Let's get cracking, guys. So I hope you've got your pens and paper ready. Okay.
Beautiful. Cheers, Jack. Nice one. Appreciate it. Will you do us a favour as well, mate? While I'm just on with this, just double check your connection. It's really, really crackly. So, evening, guys. Hope everybody's well. I know I certainly am. It's been a monster weekend getting all this in place for you. So, as Dean mentioned, we're going to do a Q&A at the end. There's an opportunity for people to ask questions throughout this whole thing because we're covering quite a bit. Really, really exciting. The first thing we're going to do is talk about the BOSSX funnel, about the opportunity, just briefly. But I know there's some guests on this who are really keen to get involved, find out what it's all about, and they're excited as well. So we'll do that first. So the BOSSX formula funnel is a completely automated business system. It's completely automated because when I got involved in working in this online gig, I knew nothing about that, and I was doing everything manually. And that's not to say that other people can't, but it was bloody hard work. So as time's gone by, oh, that reminds me, actually, my phone's just gone. For questions, if anybody's got any questions, hook up with Dean on Messenger. So he's going to be monitoring questions coming through live. He's going to be monitoring questions coming through live. So if you hook up with Dean, then he'll either roll the questions out if they're relevant during or at the end on the Q&A. So yeah, going back to BOSSX and me. So I started with one of the, I'm not screen sharing there, am I, Dean? No, 1 second.
You're not, no, but it was looking at you.
You're looking at me, and I'm sure that's a beautiful sight, and I kind of envy you. But let's go to screen share. There we go. Start screen share now. Fabulous. Are we good?
We're good. So we're looking at the screen now, okay?
Right, beautiful. So yeah, I got involved with one of the businesses that makes up part of this BOSSX formula. Worked it manually, talking to people, building relationships and helping people to nurture their business, and had fantastic success, helped some other people have fantastic success before I got introduced to some amazing mentors, some great marketing leaders over in the Philippines, over in the States. And these guys really transformed how I looked at my online business. And as a result of that, BOSSX formula was born. I'd had this idea for some time. I just didn't know how to put it all together. And so here's what we have done. The BOSSX formula stands for business opportunity, BO, sales system, SS, and exposure for the X. So there's 3 elements to this gig, and each one of those elements can earn you a substantial amount of money. Let me show you what I mean. So the business opportunity that we promote in this BOSSX formula is an opportunity called Beon Push. Now, at the minute, that's, in my opinion, one of the most exciting business opportunities that's available online at the minute. It's pretty much 100% passive. It pays fortunes, and it's phenomenal. You'll see all about it a little later. As I said, this is a brief overview. So what you do need to do is speak to whoever brought you to this online presentation to get the full information or to get their sign up links. This is just going to give you the brief bits and pieces. So there's your business opportunity. Here's your sales system. Power Lead System is an automated sales system which drives your prospects through a process of excitement, enthusiasm, motivation, driving them to take action and join you in your business adventure. And then Traffic Monsoon is the exposure. That's a advertising business which also pays a revenue share. And these two, they're so exciting. Each one of these three elements will, if you follow the formula and stick to the training and get involved with your support group, each one of these will earn you 25 grand as a minimum within your first 12 months. We're then going to show you how to utilize the entire formula to generate another 25 grand plus from each one of these on top, just in referral commissions. This is 100 grand a year gig if you follow it and you do it properly. Hence why we're so excited. So a couple of quick bits and pieces. So yeah, I mean, it's in my first 6 months, I nailed over 70 grand in one of the businesses that's involved in this system. And we're going to show you how to do this kind of thing. Don't be too overwhelmed by the different figures and one thing and another. Once you're plugged in and you get to see how simple it is, it will just blow you away. So a bit of credibility, some results. So we've got a closed Facebook environment, and in that environment, people are more than happy to share the results that they're getting from this amazing system. People getting leads all day long. People who are just getting started in one of the opportunities, $400 earnings, $200,000 in earnings. A relatively new starter in this one, $180 earnings. And it doesn't matter whether you're wanting to earn absolute fortunes and completely change your life, or whether you're wanting to pay the gas bill. You know, online income is whatever you want it to be. We will teach you, show you, and aid you in becoming financially free online, but that doesn't mean you've got to take it to that extent. Dale smashing through $5,000 in one of the gigs. Ali getting new signups in two of the gigs. More leads coming in, more money. And you'll see when you're on the Facebook group, one of the payment processors, one of the banking systems that we use, promoting one of the businesses that we do. More leads. There's just social proof upon happy members, very happy members. They're flying at the minute. Social proof and credibility from people who are absolutely setting this thing on fire. So that's pretty much all I'm going to go into in relation to the BOSSX formula. So if you're here as a guest and if you're wanting to know what this is all about, I've given you the basics, the snippets. What you need to do is go back to whoever told you to get on this YouTube gig and get the link that you need from them. They will drive you into the BOSSX sales funnel. And there's a reason they're going to do that. And that's because that funnel is going to become the heart of your own business. So you need to know that process. You need to know exactly what your prospects are going to go through. So when they send you that link and it asks for your email, put your email in, because you need to know what happens next. Click on the buttons, follow the pages, listen to the stories, and stick to the training. And within 60 to 90 minutes, you're going to have 3 online automated businesses that are going to rock your world this year. So that's pretty much the BOSSX gig. I'm going to move on to the next bit. But Dean, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I would say about that, as obviously, as you pointed out, that when you get people's links, they are going to drive you to the funnel. And obviously, there's a very good reason we do that, because part of the training, what we teach, is that there's an old saying that says, if you want to become a leader in any business, you have to copy what leaders do. And basically, that is what the BOSSX funnel is all about. The first stage of what we train you to do is all about duplication. So we've given you a sales funnel, which is very easy to duplicate. And therefore, you will build, and you'll be doing exactly the same as what myself, what Rich is doing. We're all doing exactly the same as you. So therefore, you can't be saying way or your methods are different. No, we are doing it exactly. For the proof is in the pudding. We are literally showing you that this is a formula that works. Okay, so we're not doing our own thing and then we give you something different that you can play with. No, this is we're copying the same steps you are. We're all on the same path together. So to the funnel, there's the very specific reason we do that, and it's all clear in the training we provide.
Beautiful. Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
So hand it over.
Nice one. Thank you, mate. So what I'm going to do then, this is more for the existing guys, the guys who are already in or the guys who are going to be getting in. You've heard me talking about the hub and what I've been trying to piece together over the last couple of weeks. And this weekend's really been grind and just locking myself away and getting it done. I've barely ate or drank all weekend. I said on our Facebook group earlier on, it's a weekend like this where I need the love of a good woman running around after me. But it's done. It's pretty much nailed. So what I want to do is talk you through the hub. So first of all, what is it? Well, Dean mentioned the funnel, which most of you guys are already using, and so the funnel is the process. You know, it's the generator of people. You put people in front of the link, and it takes them on a journey. The end of that journey is going to be this page. So page 5 in your funnel. After they have joined Traffic Monsoon, Beon Push, Power Lead System, got everything set up, and they now have everything in place to make money on autopilot, they're going to land here. Now, you can get here yourself by going into your funnel and just going through the pages. Just click continue till you get to page 5, or by going into your back office of Power Lead System and going to your websites. But either way, I'll show you that in a second. You want to be using this as the complete center of your universe, because I've built everything into it. If there's anything that's not in here that you think could be or should be, let me know, because what I want everybody doing is having this, whether you set it up as your home page, whether you bookmark it so that it's in your favorites. Like I've got this set, where are we? So the BOSSX Hub, it's top of my favorites. You know, when I log on, I can just click the hub and here I am. It takes me straight here. And what this hub does, there's a brief overview video for the new people who arrive on this page after going through the funnel journey. There's the logins for all of the businesses that you're involved in. So you can come in here, and instead of faffing about, because the number of times I see on our group and on the other groups, what's the login details for the Power Lead System? Well, you can simply log into the Power Lead System, and there you go, it takes you there straight away. Likewise with Beon Push and Traffic Monsoon, so it's going to take you straight to their login pages. What you've then got is training videos, basic, semi-advanced and advanced stuff that you can absorb in your own time, set your own training schedule, and really get to grips with this as a business and not just a hobby. And again, if there's anything in here that you think, do you know what, I wish they talked about this, or I wish they'd show us that, well, there's a way that you're going to be able to let us know about that. I'll show you in just a second. So we've got opportunity to add pretty much as many videos here as we want to. The layout we're pretty comfortable with. I might change it ever so slightly, but that's not going to affect you guys. The fact is the hub itself will remain as it is. It just might well be the layout of it that changes. At the bottom, what we've got is links to free resources or to solo vendors. These buttons are going to take you to my website, where I'm going to continue adding to the list of resources and solo vendors that we use. On one of the videos, I talk about bookmarking and organizing your business. And so the free resources, you might find that there's some of them that you're going to use quite a lot. So again, get them bookmarked, get them saved, and organize your business. YouTube channels for extra training. Joining Udemy. And there's a video in this training system about your bonus 4th income stream. That's your Udemy income stream. So watch that video, make sure you signed up for that and got your links built in appropriately, so when your new people are buying solo ads, you're going to benefit from it. Links to IBO, so that you can press release and blog and start to build your own brand and credibility, and that's another video that I'm going to put in here. So all of this stuff, as I say on the first video right at the very top, don't cram. Don't go into overkill. Don't think you've got to do all of this, let alone any of it. You do exactly what you want to do. But if you want to be serious, this is going to be full of useful information, skills, tips, and ways to do it. down at the bottom, you've got a chat room. And in this chat room, you guys can put exactly what you want. This is your training request area. So just type in if you think there's some sort of training that won't just benefit you, but will also benefit other people. Because if it's for you only, there's no point me or Jagsy putting together a training video and spending time doing that. We might as well just have 2 minutes with you on the phone. So if there's something that you think will benefit other people, put it in here. And as the requests come through, we'll start to fill out this hub and make it absolutely phenomenal. I think it's going to be a really powerful heart to people's businesses. So that's what I wanted to roll out tonight, and that's what I've kind of been up to for the last couple of few days. Any thoughts, buddy?
That's looking really great, actually. Obviously, one thing people may not know is actually this is one of the first times I've had the chance to see the fully finished hub. Are we going to input the YouTube playlist that we did on there?
Well, the buttons take you to our channels. Yeah. So when they arrive on the channels, they've got the option of seeing the playlist. I suppose we could have, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that.
We've both got the BOSSX playlist of all the training videos we did for BOSSX. So
yeah, I think. Yeah, we'll have a chat about that separately. We'll fill it out. This section and the section above will continue to grow, and that'll grow off the back of feedback from everybody involved, or new discoveries, whatever. If we pick up on some information, if we find something that's working, if we find a new strategy, you guys will be some of the first to know. Let's put it that way. So any questions coming through on that, or is that all pretty straightforward for people?
So far my messenger's been pretty quiet, so I'm guessing either people don't have questions or they just are so engrossed they'll wait till the end.
Right, nice one. Let's hope they're so engrossed. Okay, so let me shut down some of this then, because we're done with what we were doing there. So what I want to do now, guys, is move on to Beon Push. So it's been a big week. Well, to be fair, it's been a big fortnight. There's been glitches with the system, changes, updates while they've been making all of the program updates. And I know some people get a bit tetchy about that kind of thing. But like I said on the video that I released on the Facebook group earlier on in the week, businesses change. Things have to evolve. That's inevitable. And I would be more excited every time by a business that's making changes than by a business that's stagnating. You know, if you're thinking the other way around, then you're probably not going to be in business yourself for very long. So what I have done is I've spent some time looking at the updates, listening to the information with Ferki, and really getting engrossed at the proper level to find out exactly what the future holds, what's what, and where it's going. And I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving what I'm hearing and seeing. So Beon Push, what is it? If I were to ask any of you guys that, chances are some of you would probably struggle to answer it. Ultimately, it's a technology business. And it was great to hear Ferki put it across that way, that Beon Push is actually a technology business. They build their infrastructure and their plans on technology. Beon Push, as we know it, in its current guise, is building on RTB. The digital advertising networks and trading in that space. But most of you will have heard me say time and time again, and I'll remember me talking about one of the reasons why BOSSX has 3 income streams, 4 if you include Udemy, but I don't really include that. 3 income streams, and that's because it's really important that you spread what you're doing. Because if you're in business for yourself, you know, you own a chip shop, to a certain extent, that chip shop is in your hands. Yes, you're governed by the marketplace, but it's up to you what happens with the business. If your business was running someone else's chip shop, then that's more of a risky element, because ultimately you can only do so much. It belongs to somebody else. And when you're doing online gigs like we are, we're always doing somebody else's gigs. So it's important to spread your wings in case anything ever changes. And it was really exciting this week to hear Ferki talking about that, because he sees things exactly the same way as I do. And so as a technology business, what Beon Push are doing is they're expanding into other areas of technology so that they're not caught out by changes to legislation, regulations, market conditions, or anything that can impact on their business model. Because when you've got Beon Push trading in RTB and they're trying to be a global company, you're restricted really by the legislative measures that are in place in certain countries around the world. And so Beon Push are wanting to grow massively. And one of the ways that they're doing that is they're expanding their product range. So you might have seen on the last page a little green icon. I'm going to take you to that. Just one second. This green icon, Beon Tell. So Beon Tell, you've probably already seen online anyway, but Beon Push are launching their own mobile phone. It's already complete as a unit. And what they are doing, my first thoughts, by the way, was they're doing what? Have they any idea how competitive that marketplace is? But at that time, I probably underestimated the scale of the business anyway. But what Ferki is doing is he's looking at emerging markets and where they can take their technology to areas of massive growth. Could he launch a mobile phone in the UK, in the US, in the Far East? No, absolutely not. But when you're talking about third world countries, places like Africa's and India's and such like, where it's incredibly difficult for them to get high quality gear because of the economy, because of the cost expectation, what he's done is he's identified a marketplace where low cost, high tech gear that Beon Push creates is in demand. And so Beon Tell is going to do exactly that. It's going to be entering the African market in 66 days, 3 hours, 37 minutes and 42 seconds. And so the business is going to be making profits from that arm of the business. In addition to, you've already seen in your back office, the application, the mobile application. Now, you've got an option to be, let me go to here. You've got an option to be a subscriber to the mobile application. $7.50 per month to be a subscriber to the mobile app. Now, in doing that, basically what you're doing is you're becoming, oh, brilliant, great, love IT. You're becoming a developer. You're helping them to develop that application through feedback and through engagement. And as a result, they're going to reward you. They're going to reward you with an extra 0.1 to 0.5% return per day per pack. So to put that into context, at the minute, you get 130 to 150% per pack, depending on what pack you've got. If you subscribe to the mobile application, you're going to be getting between 180 and 200, between 200 and 250% return per pack. If you subscribe to the Beon Tell, if you take the mobile phone, because you can actually get the mobile phones once they're released, you're also going to get an additional 0.1 to 0.5% per day per pack. The returns, the profits are going to be astronomical, and I'll explain in a reason why they're going to be able to do this, because it's really, really exciting. So what you've got is a business which is a genuine profit share, a genuine rev share. That's just reminded me. You'll have noticed on the website the words interest being removed. Interest was never a true statement anyway, because it's not interest that we were ever paid. It was profit share from trading, revenue share. It was just a slip of the tongue in translation. But given that Beon Push is now diversifying into other technology areas, it's really more important than ever that people are talking about revenue share, profit share. It's because the money's coming from all the different avenues. So you've got 3 income streams coming in via Beon Push, and Ferki's vision for this technology business is to get to a stage where it is completely self-sufficient, irrespective of the MLM arm, as he puts it. He's opened it up with an affiliate scheme for us to get involved and for us to mass promote. You know, you look just at the binary and the number of people who's involved in it, and it's ridiculous, the growth of this business. Ferki has a very specific plan, and that plan involves getting 50,000 members on $25 per month paid membership. 50,000 members on $25 per month paid membership completely secures the business, irrespective of what's happening anyway. 500,000 members full stop is the growth that he's looking for. And when the business gets to that stage, from a people perspective, there's no more people needed to spread the word. The business has its own momentum. And at that point, he's going to lock down the doors and close the affiliate side of the business. So everyone who's in is in. Everyone who's getting revenue share is getting revenue share. The binary would obviously dissipate because there's no new people being added. It's so important that people get behind this now and get their positions locked in, get their teams built to a massive extent, and grow their revenue sharing arm of this business, because 12, 18 months from now, there's not going to be the opportunity to do so. I'm saying 12, 18 months. I don't know the exact time scale, how long it's going to take us to get to where he wants to be. At the minute, they've got just over 200,000 members, 500,000, and it's locked down. So you've got a real opportunity to drive massive momentum because of this time-sensitive information into this business. You've got a massive opportunity to drive huge growth financially because of the mobile application and because of the mobile phone. By the way, the mobile phone, it's going to have all of Beon Push's technology built into it, as the running system, the operating system, the Beon Push RTB network. It's all going to be built in. So immediately they've got a new network of users there. But Beon Push members are going to have free calling member to member built into the phone as part of the application. So anybody who's got a big team, who stays in touch with a team a lot, that's going to be really, really beneficial as well. Forgot to mention that, quite a big deal. So yeah, with Beon Push, the future is really, really exciting. And I just want everybody to kind of get behind that. Understand, obviously, that there's glitches and there's been tech issues while they're rolling this stuff out. But ultimately, the future is very, very bright. So that's kind of covers everything that I wanted to talk about tonight. But mate, what feedback, questions, queries, whether it be from you or anybody else, what's
yeah,
what do we want to know?
Got a few questions. Before I go ahead with the questions, I just want to say, obviously, that's a big thing with the mobile phones and the free member-to-member calling as well. Because if you are a serious networker or you have aspirations to be a very serious leader in your business, then that's something that's going to benefit you a huge deal. So actually, that's amazing stuff. So that's exciting times. I have a couple of questions. Okay. Julie has kindly asked if we are going to do intensive training on PLS.
Okay, yes and no. And intensive training on PLS, probably not a specific one, but what I am going to do is build some PLS training into the hub. With PLS, I don't know whether there's many of the guests or new people on the call still, but Power Lead system is the system that kind of hosts everything that you're looking at here. And you could, hypothetically, know nothing about PLS and be a massive success online. But every now and again, there's something new that I'll build into the system. And generally speaking, that something new needs either no involvement from you guys or next to no involvement. And what tends to happen with half a dozen people or so is they think there's more involvement needed, get themselves in a right tiz, worry about it, try to make changes, get in a muddle and struggle. And that's really, really not necessary. It's so straightforward. So what I want to do is, rather than make a big thing about intensive training on Power Lead system, because you only need intensive training on Power Lead system if you're going to be doing what I do. If you're planning on building funnels for people, creating a brand and setting up an entire business model yeah, you need intensive training on Power Lead system. If you're intending on being a member and making a lot of money, all you need to know is how to set up a domain, which the vast majority of people know, and how to point it at one of your pages, which the vast majority of people know. So I'll do a really clear video on that, and any other specific things that people want to know in Power Lead system, let me know and I'll do really clear videos on them. But I don't want to get people too overwhelmed by Power Lead system, because it can do so much and 99% of it is unnecessary for most people. And hope that helps.
Yeah, I mean, to sort of follow up on that as well, for the purposes of especially what we do here with BOSSX, realistically, we obviously show you how to plug in your share code and how to set up your web pages and your email responders. And if you don't plan to do much more with PLS other than to get referrals to it via the BOSSX funnel, kind of irrelevant to you. Interesting that should PLS be something you really want to learn a lot more about and get in more depth with, PLS themselves actually have an amazing training section. So
that's a really good point. Yeah,
they have training about how to use PLS. They cover social marketing and things like that as well. Plus, depending on your membership levels, you also have the endless free leads as well. Your business and build your brand. So let's do for you already. It's probably not worth us recovering ground that they've probably already discussed it at length. So if you're going to do the training, then do it through PLS, because obviously they're the people that designed it. So I'll better than we will in that respect.
Yeah. I don't think there's many people in our group, to be fair, who are intending on using it to that extent. The vast majority of people, or at least I'm hoping the vast majority of people, are purely using it for the BOSSX formula. So it literally is those minor steps, and all of those steps are in your funnel, but I can break them down into small, easy to watch chunks of information and put them on the hub. But obviously once they're on there, what I want to make sure is that people are then using that, and the same applies for all of this, because most of the stuff that's in this hub and in the training videos that's on my training channel and on Dean's training channel, it's all stuff that people have been told before, but then don't go looking for it. So we'll put it here, and yeah, absolutely, we'll do his best. Are you there, mate? Dean? Right, okay. Looks like we've lost Dean. Am I still here? I'm still here. Where's your sound, buddy? Nope. Got nothing. Have you pulled your lead out? I heard a click. There we go. It's clicking.
It must have come loose.
So yeah,
that's on it.
No worries. So hopefully that's answered Julie's question. We'll do a bit of something. Yes. What else, mate?
We've got some questions about the hub actually.
Okay.
Ali wanted to know, is the hub live as of now in our back office?
Great question. Yes, it is. Has my screen share gone? Is it me? Yeah.
Yes, it's you.
Beautiful. Yeah, great question. It's been live about half an hour, Ali. So yeah, absolutely. Work your way through your funnel or go into Power Lead system. In fact, just picking up on what Ali's just asked and what Julie asked before, do you very quickly want me to show you how to find a relevant page in your Power Lead system and maybe set it up so that you've got easy access to that? Would that help?
Guys, that's one for the guys. I mean, obviously, I think it's something we probably should cover. Bit more to the back and get the questions out of the way first.
Okay, we'll crack on with the questions then, and if you get any feedback from people that they want to do that, we'll do that at the end then.
Brilliant. Okay. The Udemy link, your Udemy referral link.
Oh, does it? Right, that's no good. Right, okay. So will you just test that on yours as well, please? Or have you got it open?
Yeah, let's have a look. I can get it up.
Right, mine should go to my Udemy link, but everybody else's should go to theirs, as long as they've got Udemy set up in their funnel.
As I promote, yeah. Follow the formula.
So on this page, guys, on your companies that you promote, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you've got Udemy set up here under Udemy with an E-1 and under Udemy with an I-1. If you've got it set up as that, and it's still going to my thanks, Ali. And it's still going to my page, then it's a problem at my end, and I'll get that changed. But just double check your end first, because the button should be set up.
Hers. So
say again, sorry.
Hers goes to hers. Okay, so
beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, that's just a fault on your end, Phil. So if you just want to make them couple of changes, that should be working fine and dandy.
Questions. I don't know how much we'll be able to cover in this webinar. Actually, are they updating the news feed to show the changes to Beon Push?
Sorry, so that
describe the conversation. Sorry.
So that again, mate. You broke up then.
Yeah, sorry. The first question was, are they going to update the news feed to show the changes on Beon Push?
I don't know. I don't know who runs the news feed in it. You tend to find, unfortunately, that with a lot of these kind of businesses, the focus is on the cash generating activity. There's very few of them. In fact, only one or two really that I know of that see the public facing side of news as being as important. A lot of the kind of people who run these businesses are, you know, accountant types, mathematicians. They don't get customer service. They don't get that level of importance. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I hope so.
And she's also asked if we can describe the comp plan for Beon Zell.
No, we can't. Not yet. So no. The only news that I've got on the BeonTel compensation plan is that by owning a BeonTel phone product, so the $7.50 per month phone product, you're going to get $0.1 to 0.5% profits per day per pack. So if you've got $1,000 worth of packs, you're getting your profits paid on $1,000 worth. If you've got $10,000 worth, you're getting it on $10,000 worth. So it's whether or not it's worth having those additional products is really down to how many packs you've got. I would say if you've got $1,000 worth of packs or more, then it's definitely beneficial being a application developer and a mobile phone owner. But there'll be more news on them released as we get closer to release date anyway. But yeah, that's what I know so far.
As well, but I think we've covered it in that last answer actually. So more detailed info on the mobile app and BeonTel. I'm guessing that's pretty much all we have right now. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, so that's fine. Okay, so that's the questions up to speed right now. So
okay. Beautiful.
I suppose people can ask questions in the group afterwards.
Okay, so what's the thoughts on quickly showing how to find the page in your PLS and box that off? Are we doing that, or are we giving that a miss?
Yeah, you know, let's do that anyway, because
right.
Obviously there's not so many questions at the moment, so we'll go ahead and get that done.
Okay, no
problem. That may generate a question or two.
Right, so let's go back to screen share then. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Beautiful. So in your PLS system then, bearing in mind mine looks different to what yours does because I created it. So yours will be in a slightly different place, but I'll show you where. What I'd suggest you do is set a domain name for that hub page so that if you ever caught short, you can access it. You know, if you're out and about and one of your team rings and they ask a question and you know the answers on the training page on the hub, you can just go on your phone and go to the hub. So set yourself up a subdomain called the hub. So go into manage subdomains. So hover over websites, hover over web pages, over domains and subdomains, and then click on manage subdomains. And so head down here and create a new subdomain. So choose one of your domain names, whichever one you want, and just call it the hub. Yeah, create. Oh, blooming autocorrect's changed it. Anyway, there we go. We've got the hub ATB, whatever that is. So then what you're going to do is you're going to click here because the page is already in your library. Whenever I build anything and put it in your share code, I automatically put it in your library. So if you click here, that takes you to the library, same as if you click there. So let's go to your library. And what we're going to do is we're going to, first of all, just check that we're looking at the right domain name. So the domain name that you've just done should be here. If it's not, drop down your menu and select it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down your page, and your page will not be anywhere near as long as this. But you're going to scroll down your page and you're going to look in this section, which is called shared choices. So in your shared choices section, you will have all the individual pages for the BOSSX funnel. So the only time you're ever really going to use this is when you're wanting to access or save individual pages. So don't confuse this with the funnel. And this is where some people do get confused. They kind of get overwhelmed because they think they need to know all of this stuff. This is just if you're looking for a specific page. So where is it? There we go, the hub. So use that one and then go down to save. And that's it. Save again. You don't want an auto responder campaign with it because there's no opt-in on it. So choose do not send a campaign. And you're done. So just to kind of summarize that, all you've done is you've created a subdomain, so something that you're going to remember, and then you've gone to your website library and you've selected sales page 5, the hub, and you've clicked save. And the result is you've now got that page. So you can bookmark that on your computer, you can save it on your phone, you can text it to yourself so you've always got it at hand. It's using PLS genuinely is a very, very straightforward thing. Once you've grasped the basics, you're just doing a creating a name and pointing it to a page. That's it. Really, really easy. Does that help?
Yeah, that's great, Rich. One thing I just want to touch on with that as well. If anyone's sitting there and you're wondering if we can create you a generic link for the hub, unfortunately not. And the reason why is very similar to the issue that Phil was having earlier. If we gave you a general link, it would go to one of our referral links for Udemy and not to yours.
Yeah.
Give you a generic link, but that's one of those things, guys. But as you see, it's quite easy to set up. If you have problems with it, let me or Rich know, Gene, and help you out with that, okay?
Yeah, just on that point as well, pal, you'll notice with the yellow buttons below, obviously every time we build something into the system that drives to your individual links, it means that you've got to do more work. If we build one link in this system, everybody's got to sign up for that link. Everybody's got to sign up for that business. Otherwise, the funnel itself isn't going to work properly because it's going to lead to dead pages. So it's kind of an all or nothing gig. So rather than having stuff that half a dozen people sign up to and nobody else, what I've done is I've only included extra free resources. So when you look down the page at such as the solo vendors or at the I should be screen sharing now, I hope. When you look down the page at solo vendors or at the blogging, for example, they will go to my links, but that's only in free businesses. I've built no affiliate links in here that are going to generate me any money. The only cash generating links that are in the hub are your links. So I could say to everybody, right, everybody go and sign up for this, and then we'll build that into the system and I'll create a whole new infrastructure for that. But if it's for free anyway, there's just no point doing that. So I've just added my own freebies. I just don't want people clicking on links, seeing my face and thinking, oh, is he trying to nab my people? No. Anything that's going to make you money, it's all your links that are built in there.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Right,
this is recorded, isn't it, buddy?
It is, yes. So every time we do a hangout, they're all recorded. That's the beauty of using the YouTube Hangout system. So every single one, the link is the same. So whatever link you clicked on to come and watch this is the link that you'd share with your people, so that they can watch it afterwards.
I think that's pretty much covered. Talk about.
Okay, beautiful.
One thing I'll go off and speak to Rich about after this will be to see if we can actually create you a Hangout page. We'll have link join up buttons, etc., that you can join from the Hangout conversions for you guys as well. So me and Rich will have a discussion about that and how plausible that is, how quickly we can get that done. Do our next Hangout. And as I said, the concept of it is very simple. With the video in it, but to the right there will be a chat window, and also there will be, so they will go to your links. So
well, if it helps, if it helps for people to get an understanding of what that's like, because I did build one back in the day when I was first getting my head around power lead systems, so I can show them what one looks like. It's only a traffic monsoon one, but just to give them an idea, would that help?
Yeah, you do have one of them actually, so we need to tweak that for.
Right, let's just go on to. Right, so if we go to my web pages, what did I call it? Free webinar. Traffic monsoon power hangout. I think it might.
I think that might be the power hour one, but either way.
No, that's the one. That's the one. So I'll just pause that. Just 1 second. There we go. So it would look something like that. So you'd have your own page, and the hangout that you're looking at now would be in that window. Every time we do another hangout, that window would be updated. We'd brand it BOSSX, and when people click the Yes Get Me Started button or whatever buttons we decide to put there, we could have them directed straight into your funnel. So yeah, feedback would be great. If people think they'd be beneficial, let Jagsy know and we'll sort that out.
Brilliant. Cheers, buddy.
No problem.
I've been meaning to speak to you about that one prior, but it just occurred to me while we were on the actual hangout. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So are we all good? Do we think everybody's happy?
I can see from my questions, and yes, everyone appears to be happy.
Fantastic.
Have any questions? Both myself and Rich are always available in the groups. Message. Haven't already. Yeah, we work for you guys, okay? So we will constantly strive to make sure you have all the up-to-date information. Okay, so please don't be one of those people that doesn't ask the question, because otherwise your business will stagnate. Okay, so we'll win together. So we will answer them. Here for you guys, okay? So
nice one.
From this, I know I certainly did. We won't have one too distant in the future. Nice one. All right, cheers, fella. Thanks for your participation. So, guys, go rock your Beon Push business. Set up your favorites for the hub, and we will catch up with you next time. I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Ta-da.